So I'm sure many of you guys already know that OJ Simpson has passed. And I'll be honest, I don't really feel any type of way about this. It's kind of like whatever. But what I am here for is the fact that the internet is literally dragging Khloe Kardashian up and down these internet streets. And I'm not a Kardashian fan, so I am going to talk about this. So it has been speculated for multiple years that OJ Simpson is actually the father of Khloe Kardashian. And like I said, this is all speculation. A lot of people have to say it's probably because they know that Kris Jenner had an affair and Khloe just does not have the same similarities that her other sisters have. She just doesn't really resemble the same features that they do. But she kind of has the same features that are close to OJ's biological daughter. I mean, I kind of see it. And the rumors have been denied for years. But today, on his passing, many people decided to send Khloe Kardashian condolences for the fact that her believed father has passed away. Not only does Khloe and OJ have some similarities, they also have some similarities in their birth charts, and I'm going to get into it. So OJ is a Cancer sun, and he is a Pisces moon. It is believed that he is an ascendant in Leo, and he is a life path 1. His dominant houses are seen especially around the 11th, the 3rd, and also the 8th, as he has his moon. I want to talk about some of the energy that's in his 11th house that I think kind of really had his charisma stand out. In his 11th house, he has his sun in Cancer. He also has his Venus in Cancer and his Mercury in Cancer as well. So I think this is why genuinely some people really liked him, but I think that he did definitely show an energy that not many people really knew. And since he is a ascendant in Leo, it makes me think that he was a little bit solar plex excessive and very aggressive. One of the things that really stands out to me about OJ's chart is when I look at his area of his 10th house, which may be known as the career house. He has the Uranus, and it's at 23 degrees, and it's in the sign of Gemini, and also he has his Mars, which is in 6 degrees in the sign of Gemini. So I want to talk about his 10th house. In his 10th house, it is held by Gemini, and he has the energy of Uranus and also his Mars. His Uranus is in Gemini at 23 degrees, and his Mars is in Gemini at 6 degrees. First of all, I want to say with this energy, it feels very dominant, it feels very masculine, feels very aggressive, and it also lets me know that there's two sides to him. There's the charismatic side. People love him. They adore him. They love the fact that he can show who they want him to be. And there's a side deep down that many people do not see. But when they see it, they know exactly what that side is. So next I want to talk about is the 12th house. In his 12th house, it is held and ruled by Leo. That energy is very dominant, aggressive, and solar plex heavy. The two planetary alignments that he has is his Saturn and his Pluto, which they actually form a conjunction. The Saturn in Leo is at 9 degrees, and the Pluto is at 12 degrees. This energy is very aggressive, assertive, and it could literally bring chills down people's spines. It can be an energy that can be a little bit too much for the individual to handle who holds this energy. And I know because I have a Saturn in Leo. And it's definitely something that you do not like to be wrong. You do not like to be told that you're wrong. It's very, very solar plex heavy. It's very masculine. I could see why if Khloe thought that he was her father, it would be something that she would obviously ultimately deny. It is a piece of who she is, like her makeup, possibly biologically, but also the history of the controversy, the conspiracy probably still haunts her to this day, as we see right now, and is going to continue to haunt her. The fact that her appearance does not match her sister's and does not match the father's at such a dominant degree does let me know that she questions it. And we're going to look at her birth chart. Khloe Kardashian is a sun in Cancer at 6 degrees. So Khloe Kardashian is a sun in Cancer, and her Cancer's sun is in 6 degrees. Interesting, because OJ was a Saturn at 6 degrees, and that was in Leo, and the Saturn is known at 6 degrees for that father sign. I don't know. Weird coincidence. She too is a life path 1. She also is a rising Aquarius, or Aquarius rising, and she is a moon in Gemini. So she has some masculine energy behind her as well. What's interesting about Khloe is I'm not surprised that a lot of her energy, she has a lot of energy in the third, and also the fourth and the fifth house, as she has her moon in Gemini, and she also has her sun, her Venus, and her Mercury all in the area of Cancer. And then when we look at the 8th house, we have that energy of Pluto being aligned in Libra, and then also in her 9th house we see it is held by Scorpio, and she has Mars and Saturn. She has that energy of Saturn in the sign of Scorpio, which is known kind of like the father time type energy. I'm not surprised that there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of areas where it just doesn't feel transparent. It's also around the 8th house, where it brings the energy of lies, intimacy, and even affairs. So I'm not surprised there is a lot of controversy on who is her daddy. I just feel like the internet is so petty, and I'm kind of here for it. Who knows? What do you guys think? Is this her biological father who has passed, or is the internet just trolling to troll?